did you want to say about Raw last night?
Hey, Raw was a solid show. Nothing really popped out. But it's a thing that I've been looking at was the New Day. What's going on with the New Day? I know that they added Odyssey Jones out there. He looked like a powerhouse the first couple of weeks, and it seems that is bringing some type of tension between Kofi Kingston and
Xavier Woods.
Now, they've been stagnant over the last couple of years, obviously with Big E injury, and we don't know what his future is looking like, but I'm praying for the brother, and I hope that he, just do everything he can to heal.
Well, I will say this, Rio, about Big E, and I don't know what his future is in pro wrestling, but we had him on, I guess, about a year ago. I guess it's been a year ago now when we had Big E in studio. Dude, he is doing a lot outside the ring. Like, he is extremely happy. He's been extremely busy. So, yes, I know as fans we would love to see him back, but man, I got to tell you, he had a smile on his face the entire time he was with us. He has been very busy and has been doing some great things outside the ring. So if he never is able to step back in the ring again, he seems like he is perfectly happy.
Yeah, I would hope so. But the thing is that the New Day still have been stagnant as a result. And so I was wondering,
Wait a minute. Time out. You say that the New Day has been stagnant. Can you just elaborate a little bit on how you think they've been stagnant?
Either they haven't been there. I know that Kofi, faced a couple of injuries over the last couple of years that kept him out periodically throughout the time, but they haven't, it seems as if they haven't put any effort behind the New Day, pushing them forward.
They have, the New Day have been on top of the tag team division, and Kofi has been in a world championship picture. Like, those guys have hung out as a tag team or as individuals. Those guys have hung out near the top of the card as much as the Hardys and the Dudleys. And those are the two teams that touch the bottom of the main event more than any other team. So what more can you ask for creative to do with them?
Well, I think he's talking about, like, lately it hasn't had that perception. We haven't had as fans that perception.
How long can it last?
But that's what I mean, Bully. I think it might be time. Like, it may be time for a breakup. If Big E isn't going to be back, and it doesn't look like Big E is going to be back anytime soon, and maybe he is, and if he wants to continue his career, I hope Big E is. But if we're not going to get Big E back, then maybe it is time for the New Day to break up, and maybe you have a program between Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. You could always put them back together again. That can always happen without a problem.
Last night, one of the things that I enjoyed about backstage with Kofi and Xavier were the little snide comments they were making toward the passive-aggressive comments, the Dave LaGreca-esque comments that they were making to one another, like, I noticed you didn't tag me in, but that's okay, we communicate a lot. Oh, yeah, I noticed you didn't do this, but we communicate. Like, they're teasing the dissension really well. I put out a poll on social media last week where everybody thinks it's going to be Xavier who turns, but maybe it's going to be Kofi who turns. I do agree that the New Day could use a fresh coat of paint, but I don't believe that they're stagnant or stale.
I just think it might be time for a bit of a change. Like you said, they've been at the top for so long. Listen, we're seeing a changing of the guard in the WWE right now, Bully. We're talking about there's different names on top than we've ever seen before. I mean, it's a different era in the WWE. The New Day were on top during the John Cena era. Look at the champions right now. I'm just going to list the champions to you right now, Bully. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Liv Morgan, Braun Breaker, LA Knight, Andrade, Finn Balor and JD McDonough, like the new bloodline as tag team champions, and the unholy union as the women tag team champions. All those names are not names that were on top in the WWE 3 years ago, much less 5 or 10 years ago. As long as the New Day has been, I really think there's a new era right now on top in the world of the WWE.
Just like there was a new era back in the day, there's always going to be a switchover every, I guess, 10 years or so.
Yeah.
The New Day is sticking around. New Day has proven to have longevity. Maybe not as, maybe not being featured the way I used to. I was just stuck on that word. What did he use? Stagnant or stale?
Stagnant. Yeah.
To me, Xavier and Kofi are too entertaining. Maybe creative is not giving them the world like they used to, but whatever they are giving them, I don't look at them as stagnant. They're not boring to me when they're on TV. So, and if the breakup is where we're going, that's totally fine. I just don't look at it as stagnant.
Yeah, and listen, Big E had a run as world champion. Kofi Kingston had a run as world champion. You know what? I kind of would like to see what Xavier Woods would do as a singles wrestler for a long period of time.
Dude, do you